We're Megan and Anna, and in our previous episode, we found out Anna was granted a New Zealand visa. So we decided to pack up our whole lives in 2 days, wave goodbye to our flat, and go back home to New Zealand to be with my family. First stop, Heathrow Airport.
So, currently at Heathrow Airport, and our flight has just left and we aren't on it. It's pretty devastating.
So I'm just going to cut in here and tell you exactly what happened. So we booked our flight for the Monday and we were planning to leave at 1:30. But when we got to the check-in desk, the flight attendant had to ring the Australian border. So when the Australian border rang, they said that Anna needed an extra visa. She already had a transit visa that was granted to her so she could transit through Australia. But they said she needed an exemption in order to use the visa that she was just granted. So long story short, we weren't able to board the flight and we missed it. Normally, we would be able to rebook the flight for the next day. However, Anna had a visa granted by the New Zealand government so that she could enter under the COVID-19 circumstances. Her visa into New Zealand ran out on the 18th of June. And the flight that we were going to rebook was going to get us into New Zealand on the 18th of June. Now this was really risky because flights are being cancelled left, right and centre, especially from Melbourne to Auckland. So we had to decide whether we wanted to take the risk and fly all the way to Australia and potentially have a cancelled flight at the very end, or stay in the UK and continue life. So now you're going to flick back and find out exactly what happened. So we decided to take the risk and hope that there was no delays along the way.
Your driveway, it's a Saturday night. So this is the last time and the last hours that we're going to be in England. It is sad, it has been stressful, but we're going to be going to New Zealand, so everything has worked out the way it's supposed to. We just hope we're going to get to New Zealand on time.
It'll make you forget all your sorrows.
So as we approached the plane to board, one of the first things that caught our eye was the flight attendants were wearing hazmat suits. We then disinfected everything just to be on the safe side.
There's a party in the backyard, that's your problems.
Welcome to Qatar Airways. I don't know if you can hear me because it's really loud in here, but we've just taken off from London and we're on our way to Doha. Then we have an hour in Doha and then we fly from Doha to Melbourne. 15 hours in Melbourne and then we fly from Melbourne to Auckland. Fingers crossed that there's no delays because we are going on the last day of Anna's visa just due to Australia not giving us the correct visa. So fingers crossed, but we do have a really positive feeling and it's going to happen for sure.
It will.
It's already happening, so it's fine. Now we're celebrating start of a new chapter for both of us.
Cheers. So I've picked my movie and I'm going to watch The Maze Runner, the new one, and I'm really excited to watch it. Oh, I love planes. You just get to watch all the cinema movies for free.
I'm all about the good vibes. I know you're all about the good vibes. Do you know how much I love you? Wanna see you smile.
Just had a wee nap on the plane, so we're about 40 minutes away from Doha. We're about to land and then we are literally going to hop straight onto our other flight, which is going to be 14 hours to Melbourne. So another long flight, but let's go to flight 2. Does anybody else have this weird thing? Like, I have to try to see how long I can't use the toilet for, and I lasted about 6.5 hours and then I needed to go to the toilet. But comment down below if anyone else does that. I always try to hold on to the last minute.
After landing in Doha, we only had 1 hour, so it's off to our second flight.
Where's that happy girl that I know with her heart on fire? I'll do anything to make it fine, but
Now, the flight attendants are back in their hazard suits. They do look a little bit like astronauts. We did feel like we were flying to the moon at one point.
it'll make you forget all your sorrows. Let go like there's no tomorrow. Let's have a drink, just relax, all your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes, I know you're all about the good vibes. We are all about the good vibes. We are all about the good times. Dance until it feels alright.
sausage, like a little potato. We've got fruit salad, yogurt, I think, and bread.
I will make you forget all your sorrows. Let go like there's no tomorrow. Let's have a drink, just relax. All your problems will fade if you're ready.
And we have touched down in Melbourne. One more flight to go.
So I'm just going to give you a quick update on what's been happening for the last hours. So we have been going through, when we arrived in Melbourne, we had to be tested, not for COVID-19, but temperature checks and obviously border control and customs and all those kind of things. We have a 15-hour transit, so we weren't able to stay in the transit area. We had a lot of other people with us as well. We all got transferred to a hotel. So this is where we are now. We're in a hotel beside the airport. And then we'll go back tomorrow morning, tomorrow lunchtime to catch our flight. The security is so tight on the bus ride over. We had police cars escorting us here. We had guards outside. We've got guards outside our room so that we can't leave. It's amazing what they're doing. They're doing such a good job. They've given us, dinner and breakfast and everything for the morning. And then tomorrow morning we'll be up at 9 o'clock and then we'll have security guards going back to escort us to the airport for our flight at 12:30 to New Zealand. We're both so excited to get there, but we need to put our heads down and get some sleep because it's been a massively long journey so far. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning everybody and welcome to Melbourne. So last night obviously we just came back to the hotel and the time is now 8:05 and we're getting ready to be walked back by government officials to the airport to catch our final and third flight. We had an okay sleep. Obviously our time zone has been completely flipped and turned around to the other direction, so we don't really know what time it is or what day it is, but we're just looking forward to getting home to New Zealand and I can't wait to see my friends and my family. And obviously we're going to be going into 2 weeks mandatory quarantine back home in New Zealand as well. I'm just excited to catch that final and third flight. It's like Russian roulette. We don't know what we're going to get for breakfast or dinner. We get really excited to get the brown bag and we're like, oh, what's inside today? What's inside today, Anna?
So we've got a apple, orange juice,
Yogurt.
and
we've got a quiche. Yum. All ready to go. I can hear a knock on the door from our security guard. I feel like I'm a celebrity or something like that. They're walking me to the airport. Obviously, I'm not, but
Now, the airports feel like ghost towns. As you can see, none of the duty-free shops are open. Everything is very still and it has a very weird feeling to the airports.
last flight. We're almost there, guys. Almost there.
After waving goodbye to Melbourne, 56 hours of travel, and having a constant bodyguard, we finally made it to our last flight and we know that we're going to arrive in New Zealand safely on the 18th before Anna's visa runs out.
Welcome to New Zealand!
We made it to New Zealand! Now, that was one of the weirdest flights I have ever been on. The world of travel is very, very different. From hazmat suits to so much hand sanitizer, just to the general risk of being exposed to so many people. Travel will never be the same. But for now, I'm just happy to be back in the wonderful New Zealand. Next time on Travelkiwi, we spend 2 weeks inside of managed isolation. Stay tuned and I'll see you next time.